What you wanna know?
What's going on, people? Myke ctown here with another episode of What Do You Want to Know, where you ask your question. If I like your question, I'll answer your question on camera. And yeah, it's been a long time since I've done one of these videos, which we're gonna fix that. So yeah, I usually do a best of the year video at the end of the year, but I also usually do a mid-year video. Usually it's around the end of June, early part of July. But this year I realized that June had crept up on me and I had no desire to do a mid-year video. And quite a few of you wanted to know why that is. And before I get into that, side note, these videos are all non-hip hop albums because I do a best of the year hip hop list that is mid-year and end of the year with my guys at Dead in Hip Hop. So we've already done that video, so I'll link that down there in the description section, so check that out. But while recording that video, I made comments about how people kept saying that it was a bad year for rap music. And I disagreed because I think the underground was absolutely on fire this year. I feel like a lot of really dope releases came out, but it was just, in my opinion, that the mainstream had been lacking quite a bit. So the thing is, it's easier for me to put together a best of the year or mid-year, whatever, rap list because due to being on Dead in Hip Hop, I have to listen to a lot of rap albums. Some good, some mediocre, a lot really bad. So for me to pick out of that bunch and say, this is the cream of the crop, it's not that hard. However, when it comes to the rest of the music world, that doesn't necessarily hold true for me. Usually I listen to a lot of stuff that comes out, you know, if there's a new album that's getting buzz, or if I see someone like, you know, Not Real Music or Spectrum Pulse or Fantano covering something that I think looks like it could be interesting, I'll go check it out. But for some reason this year, I just didn't do a lot of that. I just didn't have the desire, man. I heard a few things here and there, but it wasn't like normal years. I didn't hear enough to effectively break down what the best albums were. If I did a top 20 albums mid-year, I would have just been listing out, you know, 20 of the good albums that I heard out of maybe 35 for the entire year. So the list would have effectively just been 20 albums that I thought were good. That's it. And to me, that doesn't really qualify as a best of list. You know, it's more of this is what I heard so far this year list. So I just skipped it. It's funny, I was talking to a friend recently, and without a real like prompting, he was saying the same thing that I was feeling. You know, you hear new shit and it doesn't really stick to you in a way that makes you want to return to it over and over and over again. Instead, I've really just been listening to stuff that I've heard already, returning to older music that I'm already a fan of. You know, lately hearing newer music just makes me want to listen to older, better music. And I don't mean like older as in like, oh, it came out fucking 15 years ago. I mean older as in like it came out 2 years ago. And I can't tell if this is a sign of me getting older, or if it's a sign of the music year just being a bit lackluster. You know, is it a matter of I'm just old and new music isn't exciting me as much as it used to? I know a lot of people think this way, you know, the newer bands just don't do it like the older bands, you know, and I typically don't think I'm one of those type of people. You know, I like the fact that music is still really alive. You know, I really enjoy digging and finding new bands that are awesome, or when bands I already like release new stuff that's really inspiring. You know, I'm not one of those people that's like, you know, you show me a new album that sounds as good as Zeppelin 2, dude, and I'll show you a hog that can lick his own asshole. Yeah, it's not gonna happen, bucko. But yeah, this year just hasn't jumped out at me in terms of amazing new music. So I wanted to do this video since so many people asked me about it, and I didn't want y'all to think I was ignoring you. Plus, I wanted to see if anyone else was feeling this way about this year. Do you think it's been a really slow year as far as mind-blowing releases, or am I just not digging hard enough and I've missed a bunch of incredible music? Let me know down there in the comment section, but in the meantime, I figured I'd go ahead and show you some of the albums that I have really enjoyed a lot this year. Again, this is not particularly a best of, more so just a list of great albums, and they're in absolutely no particular order. So check that out. And yeah, again, if you think I missed something, definitely let me know, and let me know how you feel about this year so far in terms of awesome music. And also, if you have a question that you'd like me to answer in a What Do You Want to Know video, make sure you send an email to ctownwdywk@gmail.com. And yeah, let's bring this series back, man. This, you know, it's been a while. It's been a while. So that's gonna do it for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. As usual, thank you for living, thank you for loving, thank you for being you, and I'll see you guys next time. All right? Peace out, boy.